Got no rules, I count 'em.
What is up, guys? I just saw Spider-Man No Way Home, and I thought I'll give my honest review on it. Non-spoiler, of course. Now, this is my first time giving a review, so bear with me. I'm going to make some mistakes, so please don't be too angry with me. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I grew up with them ever since I was a kindergarten. My first memories of Spider-Man while we're watching the animated series from like the 90s. I know most people prefer Spectacular Spider-Man over Spider-Man TAS, but to me, Spider-Man the animated series to me is like the definitive Spider-Man cartoon, so I have fond memories growing up. So now we jump fast forward in the future, the MCU. I'll be honest with you, I hate MCU Spider-Man so much. He's not even Spider-Man, he's freaking Iron Boy Jr. I hate what they done with like this character in the MCU. I understand why they did it, because they had to introduce him, but at the same time, like, it always pains me every time he wears that stupid Iron Man costume. He has Stark Tech constantly needing help from every other Avenger. I hated that so much about him. But at the same time, since Spider-Man No Way Home was coming out, I was genuinely excited, just like everybody else was, just because the speculation of like the multiverse, villains from other universes coming through. Are we going to see any other certain characters make their return as well? And what are the ramifications of this after the ending of the movie? Because some people are saying this is going to be like his exit from the MCU. So I came in like very excited watching this to see what they're going to do with this. And I'll be honest with you, the first half of this movie, I was thinking, wait, this is it? Like, what is so great about this movie? Because some people are saying this is like the best Spider-Man movie of all time. So first half of this, like, I didn't see that. But then halfway through, that moment happened. I was like, holy crap, I was definitely hooked watching this. Now, that halfway point, they made a decision which caught a lot of people off guard. Me, I kind of suspected it, and a few others too, based on what the trailers, the second trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home. I didn't think they would actually do that, but it did happen. And I'll be honest with you, I love the decision that they made with this. Because this Spider-Man, the MCU, he hasn't really gone through a lot of character growth. To me, that moment halfway through, it gave him the growth, it gave him motivation, it gave him pain. I loved it so much, and I was like, yes, Spider-Man is finally going to grow. So I loved it. And then the rest of the movie onward, I love this movie so much. Oh, wow. What can I say about it? It had everything. It had action, Easter eggs, nostalgia, heart, emotion. Like, people kept saying emotion, it had heart. I was thinking, like, wait, are they over exaggerating? But it turns out it was actually true. Like, this definitely had like the most heart and emotion out of all the MCU Spider movies. It was insane. I did not think I would enjoy this second half this much. Now, one thing I will say about that, speaking of heart, Tom Holland, this is by far his best Spider-Man performance of all time. Like, this is so much better than Homecoming as well as Far From Home. So definitely give kudos to him. Like, he's definitely grown up into this role, and I will get to that in a little bit later. So he has definitely grown up, and I'm very glad to see this improvement within this character. Now, those are some of the positives. Now, the one negative I do have to say with this movie is like the humor. MCU has this weird moment, like they always interject this weird humor every time, especially for like the wrong moments. Like, especially in the first half, they kept trying to they literally treated all these characters like a joke. I didn't like that. So like, they really need to fix something about that humor. That was like the one thing that really turned me off. But besides that, I really enjoyed watching this movie a lot. So this is basically the end game of Spider-Man. So I definitely cannot wait to see what they do with this going forward. And going back to Tom Holland growing into this character, I really love the ending, what they did with this. If you're a hardcore Spider-Man fan who hates Iron Boy Jr. and how he's being treated in the MCU, this is definitely the movie for you. Like, this ending for you specifically, you will definitely enjoy this ending for you. Like, you'll definitely see how like Tom Holland is going to grow into this character. If there is going to be a fourth Spider-Man MCU movie or like a trilogy beyond that, I'm definitely excited to see what this future brings for this version of Spider-Man. I'm so excited about it. This is definitely, like I said, by far the best MCU Spider-Man movie yet. Now, is this good as, like, let's say Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2 or Into the Spider-Verse? I'm not sure yet. I gotta watch it again to like make sure to see where does this rank all time with the Spider-Man movies. But this is easily by far the best MCU Spider-Man movie to date. Now, would I put this above, like, let's say Endgame, or is it comparable to Endgame? I'll say it's comparable, but like, I'm not sure if it's better than that. Like I said, I gotta watch it multiple times to see how good it really stacks up. But I'm so glad I watched this, and I would definitely recommend watching this movie to you guys. So I would definitely give this like a 9 out of 10. But that's just my opinion. Guys, leave your comments below, like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Sean at Matthew _ Tech Half.